Welcome all to this short summary of the Keep Fit Association's year 2022 to 2023. Do check out our YouTube channel for a wonderful visual display of our work this year in our Year in the Life of the KFA 2023. In this presentation, I'm going to take you through an update of our work over the year in the key business areas of governance, training, members, events, marketing, and finance. If you have any questions following the end of this presentation, get in touch with us at kfa@emduk.org. 6 resolute KFA volunteers manage the Keep Fit Association nationally. We have 3 goals: to maintain our essence of KFA, to hold true to Laban Dance, to build our association with teachers and trainers, and to work to modernise our organisation. Throughout this presentation, you will see the work that we do to maintain those 3 aims. Starting with our governance work, we've progressed the work of working together, looking internally at all we do. After much thought and research, we've presented in April a plan for the Keep Fit Association with 30 recommendations to help us work better together. The board have firmly welcomed those and will be implementing most of them into our medium-term plan. With others, there's more groundwork to do, and the board and the Working Together group will need to deliberate those further before consulting with the regions, which we'll do over 24-25. I want to name check and thank Janet Ridsdale-Basra, Kathy Whitmore, Georgina Moore, Leslie Wyman, Sue Barnett and Carrie Smith for their time on the Working Together group. We continue our partnership work with EMD UK, which goes from strength to strength. Other important work is to keep our governance resilience, and this year we've reviewed all our training policies and given advice on PRS and PPL to the regions. We've also given advice on merging branches together, and I urge anyone that's thinking of doing such mergers to talk to our company secretary. Any changes to the constitutions must be right, and Jane will help. Moving to training. Well, first, tremendous news. Our efforts on training have resulted in over 50 students qualifying this year. You can see the positive trajectory we are on, and our next focus will be policies to improve the retention of those students within the Keep Fit Association. That's where the regions must come in to nurture those new students in your regions. Thanks to all the trainers for their work on both Laban Dance Fitness and Sit and Stay Fit. And thanks to SimSpa, our partners, for really effective work that we've done with them over the year. I want to welcome Alison Batchelor, who has successfully completed the Diploma in Training Skills qualification. We deliver this online, so reducing costs and making it more convenient for the student. We need many more trainers in our trainer workforce so that we can train those teachers who want to do Laban Dance Fitness and Sit and Stay Fit. So if you're a teacher out there, do consider looking at upskilling to become a trainer. You are our next generation of the training workforce. Our CPD period for teachers ended in December 2022, so thanks to the initiative managed by our national training team, we could readily see shortfalls and were able to support teachers to top up with online training and workbooks. Over 50 teachers attended our online sessions, a real success, as was our annual training event Concordat, which was also online, with over 70 delegates attending. A heartfelt thanks to the organisers and trainers. Only 5 trainers who had to double up due to the popularity, so thank you very much. This year, we've also dissolved regions' contributions to the bursaries, taking that financial burden away from the regions, and also still directly financially supporting students, so working well for both the regions and the students. I want to speak to you about future training. Frances, our training director, is standing down, as is Jackie, who is our training administrator. We have advertised, but were disappointed that no one came forward for either of those posts. Training is critical to our organisation, both as an income stream and as the future of the Keep Fit Association. It is one of our organisation priorities and is business critical. We have therefore established an interim arrangement with myself and our events director, Gilda, coming together with the last two remaining National Training Committee members. The National Training Committee will be stood down. Decisions will go to the board. We will have a working group with myself, Gilda, Kathy, and Ruth to run the day-to-day training. We hope to be able to get more people on that training committee as we go forward. Kathy and Ruth will also be co-opted onto the board to shore up the loss of resource at that level, a move that I very much welcome. Gilda, our events director, will also take on the role of training director and hold the formal vote at the board. And Kathy and Ruth will have a dotted line responsibility to Gilda. Meanwhile, I urge, plead, beg anyone to consider stepping forward to help us, either on the committee or as training director. As Frances comes to an end, she has reflected on her achievements, of which there are many. We've embraced new technology, increased response rates, improved course materials, developed new products, enhanced our mentoring system, increased our reach, and streamlined our processes. So we would all like to formally thank Frances for the phenomenal work that she's done whilst in post as training director. Moving on to members, I'm pleased to say that the levels have remained static for this year and we've held the fee at the same price as last. We've also had to grapple with the removal of the check service by EMD UK, but that seems to have worked well with local solutions in every region. So thank you so much for all of those people that adapted and made that work. We are now halfway through our support for Refuge, our national charity, and we will be presenting the final amount to Refuge at our national festival in June 2024. So do keep that money coming. We know our association would not exist without volunteers, so once again we are proud to be awarding all of our trophies. It's great when we get sufficient nominations and positive news on membership for all of these to be awarded. In summary, our awards for the Teacup for the increase in overall membership went to Eastern Counties with an increase of 3.1%. The membership trophy for the branch who increased their membership most went to South East Essex with an increase of 50, and the membership champion trophy for the individual teacher who increased their membership went to Vi Carlisle from the West Midlands with 13 new members. For our Volunteers of the Year winners this year, the committee member category went to Tina Kaufman, the teacher category to Elaine Kirby, and the member category to Patricia Boxall. And you can read their reactions to receiving those awards in your Keep Fit Association magazine. Moving on to events. After a gap of 4 years, championships took place on the 10th of June. So much excellence on display from 6 wonderful sections. Well done to all. We want to specifically thank Eileen Brooks, Judge Arbiter, who is retiring from this role. Our championships did hold a deficit of 3,000, down to the excellent budget control from our events director. What would have helped is more audience. It is the one income stream for events. Moving forward, we have the festival next year. We can't afford the Symphony Hall now, given the audience numbers, so we've had to look at other venues. And the Albert Hall in Nottingham ticks all the boxes and received excellent feedback from those who attended the championships. So we have a date, it's the 8th of June. We have a theme, it's Inspired to Dance, telling stories through Laban. And we have a dedicated and experienced show team. So it's all guns blazing. Grab your tickets quick. The busy year has not stopped on marketing. We attended Move It in March 2023, biggest dance event at the Excel Arena in London. We let lots of people know about us. We had a professional stand, leaflets and staff. And thank you to those that helped, including Sheila Bryan, Anne Burley, Irene Saunders, Gilda Chambers and Lisa Terry. We've signed up for next year's International Fitness Showcase in Blackpool in March 2024. Facebook profile has gone from strength to strength, with followers up by 11%, and our reach for single posts now topping over 2,500 people. We've also worked well on the Together Fund, with projects that have been proactive to help vulnerable adults with Sit and Stay Fit, and also those with challenging lifestyles, supporting refuge in a very practical way. We've also worked on This Girl Can project, helping EMD with seated exercises. I've been putting myself about. I was a keynote speaker at Elevate, showing the power of our work to help people with long-term health conditions. And I was present at the Sport and Recreation Alliance parliamentary event, which promoted the social impact of movement and dance report that's recently come out. And finally, Extravaganza. 366 individuals attended the day, with the sessions, some of them having over 70 people in them. It was a wonderful day, and it's been a wonderful year, showing the versatility that is in the KFA. I want to move on to finance now. We have 173,000 in the bank. This is 3k down due to the deficit that's incurred over the 22-23 accounting year. Some of the highlights from our income have been the increase in training income, both on Laban Dance Fitness and Sit and Stay Fit. We've also had income from the Everyone Active contract that stems from the good work that we've done with SimSpa. And we've also started merchandising again. On our expenditure, membership renewal costs have increased, but that's mainly down to the fact that we've started sending the rebate back to the regions again, which was a change from the COVID days when that was retained at national level. We continue to have an exceptionally close eye on our finances and continuously work to save costs. Finally, I want to just have a little word about personnel. I'm really pleased that Anne and Eileen have both confirmed that they will continue in their Vice President and Training Advocate roles, which is a great relief to me. Janice, our President, after some years, has decided to step back. And on the behalf of the board, I want to say how devastated we are that Janice is retiring. But we do understand the reasons for that. I am delighted to announce that we have secured a new president for the Keep Fit Association, who will be in post for 4 years. We wanted to invite a person steeped in our passion for Laban dance, new as well, and is already an inspiration to many of us through her work on training. And I'm delighted to say that we found that person in the very wonderful Cathy Washbrook, who is our new president. So that concludes the abridged annual report, and I hope you found it informative. And should you have any questions, please get in touch through the methods that you can see on the screen. Thank you so much for your time.